Hey guys, what's good? My alias is Himura Hell, H-A-L, and today I'll be doing a reaction of the Warnings performance at Desvelados for Animosity and Martirio. So just to have a full disclaimer, I have watched Animosity and Martirio in the acoustic versions before, but I haven't watched the live performance. I did hear these songs already in their Mayday album on Spotify. But I'm very keen on hearing how they sound in this particular performance. And of course, thanks to everyone for your comments and feedback on the last reaction that I did of this performance, where I did a reaction of Disciple and Z. So I felt that the video quality and audio quality in this performance is pretty good. So I do want to check out how they sound like for Animosity and Martirio here, especially since it's going to be a full rock live performance where Power is on her drum kits. Alright, and as for the other songs, I have seen Narcissista. I have already reacted just recently to Z and Disciple. Narcissista, I have seen the previous live performances and Evolve as well. So Choke as well, I have seen a couple of live performances, but I do want to check out Narcissista and Evolve as well, since the video quality of this performance is pretty good. So I might notice some interesting things in this performance as well. So yeah, for Choke, I have seen it a couple of times, so I'll probably watch it myself. And as for Red Hands Never Fade, it's a song that I haven't heard before to my knowledge. And in my previous reaction of Z and Disciple, one of you guys actually commented this is the song order that I can check out. So Dust to Dust I've seen, Down Noise Cut Better I've seen it, and Sinister Smiles I reacted to it before. That was actually my first reaction, but my laptop was lagging badly, so I couldn't really post that poor lagging video recording. So looks like I have 10 songs that I might not have heard before. I might have randomly heard them before on Spotify, but I don't really recall how they sound like. I haven't watched their live performances yet. So that's quite a nice list. I'm quite excited to be checking out Queen of the Murder Scene. So this one I'll probably do later on. And so Red Hands Never Fade is one of the songs there. So probably once I've done a reaction to Red Hands Never Fade in one of these 3 performances, then I'll come back and check out this Red Hands Never Fade live performance over here as well, just so that I can have also a reference of how far they have grown. Without further ado, I'm gonna start off with the reaction of Animosity. So Animosity is a song that has grown on me. Initially I actually liked Disciple and Z when I heard the Mayday album, but Animosity is starting to grow on me more and more, especially after I heard their acoustic performances. So let us go ahead.
I've already collapsed. So I'll turn strong. My soul frozen in a non-existent world. I don't know what is worse.
Danny's facial expressions are just really expressive.
Alive means to be dead. A bullet to the head.
Yeah, already from this live rock performance, it feels a lot more energetic and harder than the acoustic versions that I heard. The guitar, the strumming of the guitar really adds to that really hard rock sound, I feel. Paul's expressions there, and her harmony sounds really good as well. Her harmony really adds a layer of texture on the vocal lines. Danny sounds great as usual, and the thing that I really noticed on the live rock version compared to the acoustic version is really the guitar. When it starts off in the verse with that palm muted guitar, it really gives a lot of rock energy to the song. And then now she's strumming the guitar distortion, and of course Paul, even during the chorus where she's doing the harmony, she's very expressive as well. Oops. Oh, that was such a nice visual where both Ellie and Danny did the same thing. One on the bass and one on the guitar, where they did the slide. I noticed it is something that the Warning likes to do in their songs, where they play the same parts on their instrument so that it has a chorus effect. So what I mean is, like, for example, in Evolve, when Ellie is doing the bass breakdown during Evolve, Pao is actually doing the same kind of sound on her drum, so she's like doing a drum versions of the bass breakdown in Evolve. So it sounds like Pao does the drums in a way that emulates what the instruments are doing, and even right here we can see that Danny and Ellie are doing the same thing to add a chorus effect. So that to me feels like one of their trademark signatures of their sound, why they have such a full and hard rock sound. Even in their vocals, even though Paul and Danny sound a bit different, they do have similar voices in a sense. I know I'm digressing a lot here, but I do feel that Ellie's backing vocals are quite understated as well, because to me Ellie sounds like her voice is quite similar to both Danny and Paul's, while Danny and Paul's voice are distinct from each other. Ellie actually has a voice that blends in quite well with the other two voices, so when they sing together it sounds like there's a chorus effect, and that also carries over to the instruments where they are playing similar lines. So I think that they've really put some thought into their sound. Alright, so let's go back to that part. Here it comes. Yeah, doing the same things in sync. Oh, I noticed that Ellie is using a pick here, so I think that really adds to that palm muted sound that Danny is doing as well. I think that during the first verse, Danny was doing a palm muted guitar sound. I'm not sure if she's doing it on the second verse, but it makes sense that Ellie is picking the bass guitar with a pick to add to that chugging effect of the verse. Yeah, so in the second verse, Danny isn't doing a palm muted chugging sound, but Ellie is also using her pick, so it does add a certain chugging sound to the verse. Yeah, that was a really nice contrast from such a hard rock sounding chorus and the verses before. It breaks down into a very slow change. So this bridge part really stands out.
To pretend, mayday, mayday, this ship is going down. Heavy the truth of the lie you created. Give yourself a memory
Yeah, I think what I noticed from this performance is something that I've always thought the Warning is good at in having synchronized instruments where when the drums is following what the other instruments are doing, and just now earlier as well when the bass and the guitar were doing more or less the same kind of notes. It adds to a chorus effect, but at the same time they mix it up. Like for example in the bridge, it suddenly changes to a much slower, cleaner sound, and just when the bridge comes in, within the cleaner, slower sounding bridge, suddenly you hear aggressive guitar sound. So it really adds layers. They play around with tempo, they play around with clean and harder sounds, and once they slow down to a clean sound, they add in some aggressive sounds as well. So to me that shows things that are thought out and smart songwriting. Even though I'm just a hobbyist, but I feel that this is quite cool where they add in all these different layers to have this very dynamic and powerful sound. I feel that that's why as a three-piece band they're able to make things pop out, and it feels like their music doesn't have much empty spaces, and things are always happening. Okay, so right now I'll be going to Martirio next. I have seen the acoustic versions before, and I've seen the official music video as well as heard it on Spotify. The acoustic versions are a bit shorter, so I'm quite excited to see how they do a full live rock version here. Okay, let's proceed.
A veces las cosas obvias son las más difíciles de ver. Te asfixiaste con tus propias manos. Cuando todo apunta que por fin alguien te viene a rescatar, te encuentras nuevamente abandonado.
I think that's how doing the harmonies. I really like Danny's guitar tone here. I heard the bass earlier as well, that was very nice. But Danny's guitar tone in this song has a very thick sound. Yeah. Wow. Just hear how thick that guitar sounds. That's a very nice tone. Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, this is what you want. You want people coming out to this song because I remember in the music video there's a night scene where everybody sings along some old part, and maybe they are gonna do that later as well. So that'll be nice. Yeah, I think it really gives a nice visual element to it. Yeah.
A veces las cosas obvias son las más difíciles de ver.
Yeah, I noticed the guitar sounded a bit off there, but I mean that's okay. It's a live performance. You can't expect things to be pitch perfect, especially when suddenly you're playing in front of all these people. Like, maybe it's a way of like communicating to those guys that she's playing something different. Uh, yeah, but I think this whole thing is really cool. Ah, this part. Oh. Wow. Wow. And I gotta say that I did not expect Daniela to sing that really high part at the end there this well in the live performance. Cause I thought this kind of notes that are at your higher end of your vocal range. It's not a high note, but it's a very powerful note. And to sing like high notes really powerfully and intensively, um, it's not easy when you have to combine the upper end of your range with that much power and emotion as well. So to hear her do it live, I was not expecting it to sound as good as it does live. I mean, I kind of was expecting it because Danny's vocals have been really on point in the recent songs. But even though I was expecting it to sound good, I wasn't expecting it to sound this good live. And I thought of letting the video play through to comment on that, but then I noticed Alice is actually doing the harmony for this whole o part, and yeah, she sounds good here. Like you can really hear her much clearer compared to the harmonies in other songs, and that's a nice touch. So let me bring it back. Yeah, this part is Alice singing the O part, and it sounds pretty nice. That was a great performance. Yeah, so Ellie actually has a nice tone to her vocals. I think it'll be nice to hear her taking the lead vocals more as well. And earlier I noticed just before the first chorus. They were playing some things in sync as well.
Será tu nueva vida de martirio. Ya no hay vuelta atrás, no puede.
Yeah, so Paulina is a really great drummer because the way she plays really matches what is going on in the song. So let me go back to that part. So she's hitting the drums 4 times to match Danny's guitar, and let me see if the bass is also doing a match as well. Yeah, so they are all kind of in sync there, so that's pretty cool. And I know there was this part where I commented that
Más difíciles de ver.
yeah, I gotta keep the reaction honest. I know there's this part that I commented that the guitar is a bit off here, but that's okay. You know, these people just came in and then you're playing live. Of course, it's not gonna sound perfect, and at the same time, it's very hard to juggle all these different things, vocals, playing the guitar, and even when playing the guitar, Danny is really like moving a lot. She's like really trying to perform for the crowd, and that is something that I really appreciate about Danny. Yeah, so you can tell that she's really playing for the crowd. She's really going in, bending low, looking at the crowd. So I was joking just now whether her guitar was a bit off because she's trying to communicate certain notes to the crowd. But I mean, it's not completely off. She was really playing for the crowd, and she wanted to perform for them. So of course, it's not gonna sound perfect. But I think this whole scene is really cool where the crowd came in and then she started going in to perform for them. So Animosity I felt really sounded good in live rock version with Pow on the drum kits. It was quite a dynamic sounding song when they play the rock version of it. Martirio, a lot of things I didn't expect. One thing that I also want to touch back on for Martirio is this part. Yeah, that's amazing. I think this whole part is great. I did not expect Danny to sound this good here live. I expected her to sound good as she has been in recent performances, but not this good, singing those kind of notes in her upper end of her range with that much power and emotion. And of course, Alice singing the backing vocals quite clearly. You can hear that her voice has a very nice tone to it. So it makes you want to hear Ellie doing more of some lead vocals for their songs. Alright, so that has been my reaction for these two songs. Thank you guys for watching and leaving the comments in the previous videos as well. Appreciate it. And yeah, if you guys are feeling nice, feel free to subscribe, give this video a like, or let me know in the comments anything that I've missed out or what you think of this performance as well. Alright guys, take care. Bye.